Hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 47 of the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast. I'm Christine.
And I'm Sam.
And
I'm Lucy.
Thank you. Yes. So,
for those of you who are wondering,
yes,
the lovely young person joining us this evening is our niece Lucy, who is up visiting us for a theater camp that she and I are both working on. Mm-hmm. And so she came with us to VegFest.
Yes. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Mostly so this week we will not have a recipe from our Vegan Cookbook Challenge, just to make room for everything VegFest.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. All things VegFest.
Yeah. So it is very, very hot outside. I don't know if it's hot where you are, but it is so hot here. Both yesterday and today, it's like high 80s, and the humidity is like 90%.
It's
like
crazy.
Completely saturated out there. I hope you're able to find a way to cool off.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's pretty brutal.
And this was the biggest challenge we faced at VegFest yesterday, was the humidity. Not so much the heat, just the humidity.
Yeah, it was just the air was so saturated.
There was not enough water to drink, it seemed. Really.
We drank so much water, and I still feel dehydrated today.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll just jump into it. Let's start with the loading in and the setting up.
Absolutely. Well, first things first. I mean, this was our first VegFest as a vendor.
Yep.
Yeah. This was our inaugural table.
It was.
And we had so much fun. It was great.
It was a blast.
I mean, I love VegFests in general, but I think I enjoyed it even more as a vendor.
As a vendor?
Than as just an attendee.
Yeah, you're really like, you get a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
Of the action.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah. And I feel like we talked to more people and...
Absolutely.
It was fabulous. I just absolutely loved it. As soon as we were done, I'm like, we need to do this again. This was great.
Yeah, it was great. So we got there right around 9 o'clock.
Yeah. And
there were a lot of people already there setting up. A lot of the food people, they want to get there early because they have a lot more to set up than we did.
For sure.
We started loading things onto this little cart I got. I got this little dolly. It's so cute, and it folds down to this little square that you can stash away in the back of a closet or something.
Right.
But it's so slippery that our bins, we had those plastic bins with the lids. Mm-hmm. They kept sliding off.
Yep. They just went flying.
I think 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times.
Each trip, we made 2 trips, and each trip, the things fell off the dolly 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
It was very comical.
It was.
Yeah. I was Lucy and Sam were at the booth, unloading and opening up some of the bins and starting to set up and everything. And I'm getting the last few bins, and honest to God, I was just standing out there laughing at myself because it was it was some kind of circus act.
Yeah, things just kept falling over.
Yeah, and this woman passing by is like, "Oh, I have one of those. You need to put some fabric or something down on the bottom so that it's not quite
as slippery."
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I even had a bungee on it, and it still slipped the bungee and spilled stuff all over the place. Anyway. Yeah. So
that was the start of the day.
That was the start, and I'm like, well, I hope the rest of the day goes better than this.
And it did.
It totally did. So we got all of our stuff inside. We had 2 nice tables that they gave us. They gave us a really great location.
Oh, location was fabulous.
Yeah. We were in this. It's 2 arenas. They're like
ice rinks.
Open air ice rinks, and there's 2 of them. And we were in the very first arena, one of the first tables that you see when you walk in, which was great. Mm-hmm. I thought our position was perfect.
Oh, it couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
I was thrilled. Absolutely thrilled.
Yeah.
And not only that, but we were around a lot of people that we knew.
Yeah.
And had, spoken to before at other VegFests.
Right.
We were right across from the vegan grocery store. We were right across from Sunshine Vegan Eats.
Yep.
We were right next to the Studio Vegan.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a lot of people around. We were close to Mockingbird Farm and to the Vegan Zombie.
And our friends at the Planty Baker.
And the Planty Baker and Strong Hearts. And so we were around a lot of people that we knew and love, and
that made it really kind of fun. It made it more kind of like a family and friends event.
For sure.
For
sure.
Yeah. And people are helping each other out. People need tools or whatever to get their things set up, and everybody was working really well together, and setup I think went pretty quickly. I kept looking at my watch. I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of like panicking setting up. And then I'm like, it's only 10:30. We have plenty of time.
Yeah,
Plenty of time.
you were. It was interesting watching you be in this kind of like, we must get this done mode. And I'm like, dude,
we have so much time.
Chill. We have loads of time. Like we were completely set up by 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we were.
Like absolutely everything set up, including the Wi-Fi, which was freaking you out.
Yeah, well, I finally got the password from Jill, and that settled my, because our point of sale system needs Wi-Fi, and so she said, "Yeah, I probably should have sent that to everybody." Like, that's okay. But Sarah and Jill and the whole team at Western New York VegFest did a fantastic job of seeing that everyone had everything they needed, and oh my God, it was just so just a really well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it was great.
So well put together.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's move on. You want to talk about some of the vendors that were there?
Sure.
Some of the vendors that we tried?
Yeah, absolutely. So as we were waiting for like the last hour, like I said, we had our stuff pretty much set up by 11. And then Christine and Lucy were both sitting behind our tables going, I'm hungry.
Right.
Things are starting to smell really good.
Yeah, it was starting to smell good.
I'm hungry. And so as soon as noon rolled around, Lucy ran over to the Wheatberry Bake Shop, which was kind of catty corner to us right next to the vegan grocery store. And what'd you get, Luce?
Yeah, okay, so I got like these flour sugar cookie things.
Right.
Yeah, I got them mostly because they just looked like so pretty. And one was like a tulip, and the other one was just like a pretty flower.
Yeah. And do you remember what vendor that was?
The Wheatberry Bake Shop.
Wheatberry Bake Shop.
Yeah, and they were also right across from us.
Yeah, their cookies were so beautifully decorated.
Oh, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they were directly behind us, so that was a quick fix.
Yeah, so Lucy ran and got her cookies right away, got her food, but what she was really waiting for was for Avenue 29 to open up because she headed straight for the...
chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Because I feel like vegan chicken nuggets and non-vegan chicken nuggets pretty much taste exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to get Lucy's perspective as an omnivore on, different vegan foods. And chicken, it seems like most vegan chicken nuggets fit the bill for her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So Lucy is an omnivore and she is vegan curious and she gets excited to eat vegan when she's with us. And she was really excited to explore VegFest. But yeah, she was going straight for nuggets.
The nugs.
Yes, because she loves nuggets to begin with, but also because most vegan nuggets are so similar to a chicken nugget. So what'd you think of the nuggets?
Yeah, they were delicious. First, I got them from Avenue 29, and then I also got chicken nuggets later from Sunshine Vegan Eats.
Yeah.
And, they were both just so good. They tasted just like the ones I usually have.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I thought, and I also got food from Avenue 29. They had this, junior hamburger meal deal with, French fries. Because I'm I just want something really quick and really simple. And it was totally a perfect fast food hamburger.
It really was.
Yeah.
I had one bite of it and it was very tasty.
Yeah, it was it was a cheeseburger, I'm pretty sure.
It was a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a cheeseburger and some really nice hand-cut fries. Mm-hmm. The fries were delicious.
Yes, they were.
And I was so hungry. It really hit the spot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it gave me the energy I needed to push through
the day.
The last of our setup and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. And once Lucy and Chris were settled with their food, I went foraging to Grass-Fed Rochester. They were at the top of my list. The vegan gyro that they did at Taste of Vegan has been in my mind ever since Taste of Vegan.
Yeah.
Very, very fortunately, they were doing their full-sized, I think they call it Gyro Your Own Way.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love the names of their sandwiches. And so I did indeed get the Gyro Your Own Way, and it was fabulous. It outdid the Taste of Vegan version by quite a bit.
It was good. I had a bite of it. It was really good.
And you didn't even get to the best part.
No.
Like where you got down to the tzatziki.
Yeah,
and-
I just, I got the first bite on the corner, so you just get a little bit of everything. So I probably should have taken a second bite once you got deeper into it.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I mean, that for me yesterday was really kind of the star of the show. And that was the thing that I was most looking forward to.
Yeah, Nora and Rob know what they're doing.
Oh, they do. And we really need to get out to their place.
I want to get to their shop so
Yeah.
bad. And I'm going to have to bring like a couple $100 because I want to buy
Everything.
I want to buy everything that they make.
Yeah.
Their vegan salami and vegan bacon and pastrami. And then, of course, have a couple of sandwiches.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to have to put that on the list very, very soon.
Yeah, we got to get up there.
Yep.
They're in Rochester.
They are. Mm-hmm. So we got to head there.
Yeah. So then what happened?
Let's see. So then we got really, really busy for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Just kind of manning the shop and meeting people and having just a great time all the way around. Every now and again, one of us would escape the booth and go wandering to see, where the lines were the longest and what we could possibly procure in terms of additional food tasting. But I think the next food that came our way were the watermelons.
Oh, yeah. At the VegFest booth, they were selling half of these cute little yellow watermelons. And Sarah was so nice and brought us each. She's like, well, when she said, do you guys want some watermelon? I thought she would bring us one.
That the three of us would share. Yeah.
She brought us each our own half of a watermelon. They were really refreshing. And
so refreshing, given that it was so hot. And, of course, watermelon is super hydrating. So that was very helpful. And
yeah. And then everybody
delicious.
walking by was like, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?
Yeah, we got so many people stopping by just to ask where the watermelons came from.
Some people were like, what is that? And then they were like, ooh, where'd you get it?
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
So after the watermelons, you made your way to Strong Hearts.
I did.
And what did you discover there?
Oh, well, I got their wings. They had these garlic parm wings, and that's what I got. And oh my gosh, I was expecting just, like a small serving. This was like a full-on meal size, drumstick sized
Wings.
wing. Yeah, seitan wings. And they had this wonderful Parmesan like coating on them. And then they had, I think, their homemade vegan ranch to dip it in. It was so good, but I couldn't finish them.
No, I think I ate the last of your wings.
Yeah.
I think there were maybe 4 in an order.
There was
and
4 or 5.
You ate most of them and I ate one. And for me, and these were beautiful. Texturally, they were great. I was concerned that because they were inspired by drumsticks, that they would have like a dark meat texture to them.
Okay, yeah.
Which I've never liked.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
No, the texture was really lovely. They were crispy on the outside. The garlic parm-ness of them was, I figured it out. It was a little too salty for me.
Oh, was it really? I didn't find that it was.
At first I thought it was a little too parmy, but it wasn't too parmy. It was just too salty.
Oh, it wasn't for me.
But that being said, I still thoroughly enjoyed the one drumstick that I had.
Yeah,
It was
I thought they
very,
were good.
very good.
I thought they were really good.
And then Lucy continued her search for every cookie at VegFest.
Yeah, especially peanut butter cookies because, I don't usually have peanut butter cookies, but they just looked way too good. So I had to have one. And so I went to Eat Your Feelings. And I think throughout the day, I got about 4 of their big cookies.
I think you did. We were texting pictures to her father, and I think at one point he said, you've reached your cookie quota, but we said, you know what? Our house, our rules. You can have as many cookies as you want.
And as soon as he had texted that I had reached my cookie limit, I had already been eating more cookies. So
That's right. And so we just decided that what happens at VegFest stays at VegFest.
Yeah, and then we thought that would make a great T-shirt. So I think at next year's VegFest, we might have T-shirts that say that
Yes, I think we should, because
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
with a picture of a cookie on it or a
Of
couple
something,
right?
Yeah, something.
Yeah. So where did you get that again? Eat Your Feelings?
Eat Your Feelings.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good
I didn't
cookies.
get to go back. I meant to get to Eat Your Feelings to
Yeah.
pick up some baked goods. I'm sure, as any of you who have listened to us ever knows, I am a sucker for baked goods.
Yeah, you are.
I really am. And peanut butter cookies are way high up on my list. So I did have a taste of one of Lucy's peanut butter cookies, and it was outstanding. It was
Yeah.
an oh my God cookie.
Yeah. Their stuff's really good.
Yeah, absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
So, yes. And then after that was Lucy's visit to Sunshine Vegan Eats.
Oh, that's right. What did you
yeah.
get at Sunshine Vegan Eats?
Oh yeah, and that's where I got the other chicken
Oh,
nuggets.
right. You got nugs.
Right, yeah.
And hers were more like chicken fingers, right?
Yeah,
they were bigger.
Yeah, they were more like chicken tenders, and then the ones at Avenue 29 were actual chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
So that was a little different.
Yeah, and Lucy and I shared the chicken tenders and fries because I was starting to get hungry, but I didn't know what I wanted to get, and I didn't want like a full meal.
Right.
And Lucy was kind of thinking the same way, so we decided to share the tenders and fries from Sunshine Vegan Eats. And I have to say, I've had many vegan chicken nuggets since we went vegan, and the texture on these was
Ooh, wait a minute. Shh. Can everybody hear that? I think it's raining.
it is.
Wow. Yeah, so if you hear that funny sound in the background, it's coming down pretty hard.
And we're very glad that it is.
yeah, we need rain.
We really
I'm
do.
sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say that these particular tenders, I don't know exactly how they are made. I don't know what the base is, but these were the most beautiful tenders
Yeah, the texture
I have
was
had.
really
The texture
was
was
great on them.
spectacular. They were so incredibly crispy
Yeah.
and not at all greasy.
Yeah.
Just amazing. So, Nikki, you did it again.
Yeah, I
Just
asked her
amazing.
what they were, and she said it's a soy-based product.
It is a soy base.
Yeah.
Okay. But just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, texturally, they were kind of spot on.
They really were. Just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely
There
gorgeous.
was so much great food there.
There was.
So many awesome vendors. And I did at one point, I took my phone and just put it on video and just kind of wandered around.
Yeah.
So I could kind of document everybody that was there, because there were 52,
Yeah.
I believe, 52 different vendors there this year.
Which is more than double from last year.
Is it really?
Yeah. There was definitely a whole lot more going on this year than there
Yeah.
was last year. It was
And
really impressive.
At one point, I'm like, hey, where's Good and Evil? Where's Good and Evil? I'm looking at the map there. I'm like,
right. Because, of course, we
they're
were
supposed
looking
to be-
forward to Good and Evil.
yeah. I'm like, where are they? I didn't think they were there. And so finally I flagged. I think it was Jill I flagged, or I can't remember if it was Sarah or Jill. And she's like, oh, no, they're right there in the corner. Their food truck won't fit in the door. So they're just kind of like hanging out the Zamboni door. And so I did wander over there eventually just to say hey to them. And it looked like they had been swamped with people. There was a garbage can close near by their food truck that was just overflowing.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that was an indication of how many people had already been through
Yeah.
to try their food.
Well,
'cause
I think
their
a
food's
lot of
really
the
good.
food vendors, I mean, I know, like I said, we were directly across from Sunshine Vegan Eats, and for the first 3.5, 4 hours, there was not a lull, a perpetual line.
Yeah, it was nonstop.
Nonstop. Same thing for Avenue 29, same thing for Strong Hearts, same thing for Buffalo Plant Burgers,
Yeah.
same thing for Buffalo's V Spot, same for Good and Evil. Like, it was amazing. So the idea that there were enough people at this Veg Fest to keep all of those vendors packed
all day.
all
long.
day
Yeah.
was just phenomenal.
Yeah, we didn't. There finally was a lull that hit like maybe a little after 5,
A little
quarter
after 5,
or
yeah.
something. But before that, like Sam said, it was just every vendor had a line. Mm-hmm. It was great.
Yeah, it was. It was really, really awesome.
Yeah.
And I did take some time out during one of my reconnaissance missions because Christine sent me out to look for Good and Evil.
I'm like, yeah, see if you can find them. I don't know where they are.
Somehow I missed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed them. But of course, I did manage to find Burning Books
Right.
while I was there. I absolutely love Burning Books. I look forward to seeing them at the Western New York Veg Fest every year.
Yeah.
And so I managed to get a few books. But Lucy had come over to find me because apparently I had been gone longer than expected.
Yeah, and then she came back, and I'm like, "Where's Sam?" She's like, "She's at Burning Books." I'm like, "Oh, we won't see her for a while.
Yeah.
She'll be over there for an hour or so."
Yeah, we may never see her again.
Yeah.
So I picked up a few books that I'm very, very excited to read, and then headed back to the table. Then decided I needed to do a little shopping, so I went and saw Gabby over at the vegan grocery store and picked up a few things that we have. They were all kind of chocolate based, and so they are currently in our refrigerator because they were a wee bit melted when we got home yesterday.
I'm sure they were. Oh, but you got me one of those Joker bars.
I got you a
love
Joker
those.
bar. Yes, I did.
They're like a Snickers.
They are.
Right?
They're the vegan Snickers. Yeah. And then I also had to go see our friends at the Planty Baker.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot not have their stuff when they are around. It's just not possible. Now, by the time I got to their table, all of their amazing bread was gone, which was not at all surprising.
Yeah.
But they did have some beautiful scones and also some wonderful, and Ray, you're a genius, is all I have to say, beautiful peanut butter sandwich cookies. Now, these peanut butter sandwich cookies are 2 peanut butter cookies stuffed with peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
What more could you want? I mean, are you kidding me with this? And so I had one of them. There are still 2 out in the kitchen, but and they're small little cookies. But I had one of them last night when we got home, and this cookie is so good. It is soft and it is just a perfect texture. It's not crazy sweet. It's just rich and peanutty and so delicious. So, oh my gosh, you've done it again, guys. Just so beautiful. And today I had one of the 2 scones that I purchased. It was a lemon poppy seed scone.
And how was that?
Oh, it's very, very good that I don't live next door to the Planty Bakers.
I know.
Because,
it's dangerous.
Oh my God. I would not be able to stay away from these scones. And it was, like a mini scone.
Yeah.
It wasn't a full, huge scone like we get at Upper Crust.
Right.
When we go there, they have these ginormous scones.
Yeah, those are actually a little too big.
Yeah, they are. And seriously, this scone had such a bright, beautiful lemon flavor.
Really?
And because when you want lemon, you kind of want lemon to punch you in the face a little bit.
Yeah.
And oh, did it ever.
It should be zesty.
It should be really zesty.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the scone itself or it was the little bit of icing that they had drizzled on the top, but it was divine.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there eating my scone with my eyes closed going, this just makes me want another scone. This just makes me want another scone.
Yeah.
And so I have another scone that I will get to take with me for lunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that is a Mocha chip scone.
Yeah, apparently I don't get to taste the scones.
No, you don't. Well, no, you don't because they're small. They're small.
Yeah, and Ivan's like, well, you can buy our stuff and freeze it. I'm like, that's not going to happen, dude.
No.
I buy a loaf of your bread and I literally cut into it, and then every time I pass through the kitchen, I have to have another slice of it.
Yeah.
Until
it's just the way it
gone.
goes. It's that good.
Yeah, I can't stop myself.
So
there'll be no freezing.
There will be no freezing of the Planty
stuff.
Baker. No, because just
it's not around long enough for that to even occur to me.
correct.
Yeah.
And just so beautiful all the way through. So thanks once again to the amazing guys that are the Planty Baker.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Their stuff's great. We saw so many people, so many friends and listeners of the podcast. We saw Jamie from Blooming Wild. We saw Emily, who is always following and commenting on our Instagram stuff. Hey, Emily. And hey, Emily grabbed some really great stuff. She posted pictures of all the stuff that she got.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then we saw Steph Jenko from Be Well with Steph.
The whole Jenko clan.
Yeah, her mom Sharon and her dad and her sister were there. And we just ran into so many people.
Yeah.
That it's I don't get to see their faces enough.
Right.
We interact online and stuff, but it's always so great to see people in person.
It really is. And just also getting to meet new people.
Oh, yeah.
Was so wonderful. The number of people that came up to us and just talked. Yeah. About their interest in becoming vegan. For me, the most successful part of the day, as much as I enjoyed all of the food and as much as I enjoyed, just wandering around and, spending an hour at burning books and all of that.
Yeah.
As much as I enjoyed all of that, the real win of the day for me was kind of towards the end, where I had two different people come up to our table and just say, I really want to be vegan.
Yeah.
And I think I might need a little help with that.
Yeah. And that's why, I mean, that's one of the big reasons why we were there is for outreach.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I just got so excited. And so, of course, I told them about the podcast and I told them about our website and all of the resources that are listed there, but also said, you know what? Hey, I'm a mentor for vegan outreach. Go to this website and ask for a mentor. And, given that we're geographically close, it might just be me. And that would be amazing.
Yeah.
And I would love to help you through this. And
Yeah, that made the whole day worthwhile.
it really did. Like, that was the best thing.
Yeah.
And it was just so great. Like, meeting people who were saying, no, I'm not vegan yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm really close.
Yeah.
And I just might need a little bit of help taking those last few steps.
Yeah, we had a really great conversation with Babs. Was that her name?
Babs.
And her
I'm
friend.
so
I'm sorry, I don't think I
forward.
got her friend's name. The woman she was with. I don't
I
think
don't think
her
I
name.
did either.
And then we had another great conversation with Anthony. And his friend Caitlin. And I mean, really long and interesting conversations about people who are wanting to go vegan and trying and just need a little help here and there.
Absolutely. And so
that's one of the reasons why we were there.
right. And just like getting that opportunity to engage and to potentially help someone on that journey. Like just that potential is phenomenal. I was just over the moon.
Yeah.
From those conversations, you know. And then today I got to go through and put the names of everybody who's joined our mailing list into our subscription.
Yeah, thank you everybody
on our website.
Thank you everybody that signed our mailing list at VegFest.
Yeah.
We got you added in today and you will get your first newsletter this Friday.
Absolutely. And for those of you who, didn't get a newsletter last Friday, that's my fault. I was working at theater camp and at the end of the day
got away from her. So
yeah, it got away from me. And I got to the end of the day and I'm like, oh no, I didn't do a newsletter.
Well, you mention it you can mention it in the next newsletter.
Yes. Like
you can beg for forgiveness in the next newsletter.
I will beg for forgiveness.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So huge shout out to Jill and Sarah and the entire Western New York VegFest team.
Yes.
For putting together a spectacular event. It was a huge success. There were a ton of people there, and every single one of those people looked like they were having a great time.
Absolutely. Oh, and wait, I have a couple more vendors to mention.
Let's talk about some other vendors.
I do have two more to mention. One of them, I was absolutely delighted. They were right next door to us. And from the very beginning of the day, I knew that I had to meet these vendors and to procure some of their merchandise. I am, we know that I'm a sucker for baked goods. I'm a sucker for slaw.
Right.
And I'm a sucker for soap.
Soaps.
I love
handmade soaps.
Handmade soaps. Yeah. I just absolutely adore them. And so we were right next door to Lord Street Lather. Mm-hmm. And these are all natural, handmade soaps, handcrafted soap. And
vegan, of course.
All vegan, of course. Mm-hmm. And mostly organic.
Right.
So really beautiful ingredients all the way through. And I was just so delighted when I went to purchase my soap. Is it Christine?
Kristen.
It was Kristen.
Yeah.
Kristen. Excuse me, Kristen. I'm so sorry. But Kristen said to us, I'm also open to barter.
Right.
And I was like, ooh. So I got to barter one of our T-shirts for 4 beautiful handmade soaps that I cannot wait to use.
Yeah, her soaps are so amazingly reasonably priced.
Oh my gosh.
For handmade soaps.
Yes, 4 handmade soaps for $20. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, just fantastic. And because we were right next to them, we were smelling these amazing smells all day.
As the day heated up, the smell coming from her booth was
just
so
unbelievable.
Intoxicating.
It really was.
It really was, yeah.
So, right in front of me right now, I have the rosemary and eucalyptus soap, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
So beautiful. So beautiful. And then also, I wanted to mention that I got some beautiful mint tea lemonade pouches from Culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try one of those.
Yes. I'm super excited to use those. Lucy and I got a sample. Oh, wait, you didn't have the sample, did you? No.
Oh, the lemonade?
Of the mint tea lemonade. And it was early in the day, but it was still quite warm, and we had just been setting up, and Lucy and I were walking around and talking to people, and so I was pretty sweaty by that point, so I probably looked like I needed a lemonade. And
I think we all looked like we needed a lemonade.
Yeah, and so I probably looked like I needed a lemonade, and so they graciously gave me 2 little samples of the mint tea lemonade, and I fell in love with it instantly. And so at the end of the day, I ran back over to get the last of the packets that they had left.
Really?
Yes, I made it just in time.
Oh.
I swear. Yeah, it was almost all gone. So it must have sold very well.
Well, I heard other people talking about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, just absolutely beautiful. So looking forward to getting to know them better and to getting to know their products better as well, because I'm a big tea drinker.
Yes, you are.
I really am.
Yep.
Again, sucker for tea, sucker for slaw.
Are there any other vendors you wanted to talk about? I mean, I did go around. I popped my head into just about everybody's booth. Let's see. Buffalo V-Spot. They were so busy I didn't really get a chance to talk to them. But
I didn't either.
I did get a short video of all the vendors on the other side in the arena and some close-ups of their signage and stuff.
Right.
Buffalo V-Spot. There was Belle V's.
Yep.
They were slammed most of the day.
Yes, they were.
Who else? We already talked about Grass Fed from Rochester. The Happies.
Oh, Happies.
Woman.
I didn't get to.
She was just kitty corner from us.
I know.
Yeah,
and
I had a good conversation with her. And it was just there was a great sense of camaraderie
and community
there. So we had a fabulous time.
Yeah. It's just, I think the thing I love most about VegFest is, being around this large group of people, and the numbers were easily in the thousands.
I think so.
I don't know how many thousands, but it was
I don't
easily
know.
in the thousands.
And I'm sure that it's hard for them to count due to the fact that it was free to
right,
open
because
to
no
the public.
tickets were sold.
Yeah.
So there's no way
really
to
no way of knowing unless they had somebody standing there with a a clicker or something.
And nobody was.
No.
But it was a very, very large event. But just seeing people of all types,
right, yeah.
all types, every single type you could possibly think of.
Yep.
Past
young and old.
Yep.
Hippies, tattooed people.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Hippies, goths, everyone.
Yeah.
Every type.
Yeah.
And I put type in quotations because I don't really believe in types.
Yeah.
But
it runs the gamut. But it was so cool because what brings us all together is that most of the people there were, if not already vegan, considering veganism.
Right.
And it's just a really cool sense of community.
Right. Yeah. There's just this shared understanding of the importance of moving towards a world that does not include animal agriculture.
Oh, I know I wanted to mention Mockingbird Farms. Their booth was so cute. And they have a couple of really great new merch designs. So if you're in the market for some new vegan t-shirts, definitely check out their website.
I'm always in the market for vegan t-shirts.
Because they have some really cute new designs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so a little thing we wanted to do was I'm going to pose a few questions to our niece Lucy to get the omnivore's perspective on some things concerning VegFest.
Absolutely.
So you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's
Lucy,
do it.
the mic is yours.
I have a few questions here. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
First question I have for you is, what did you think VegFest was going to be before we got there? Like, what was the image in your mind?
So, the setup was a lot more different than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be like boardwalk style, where the booths and tables would be all lined up like in rows.
Right, kind of like a farmer's market or something like that.
But yeah, it ended up being like a bunch of booths were together in 2 different ice rinks.
Okay. Okay, question number 2. What was your favorite part of setting up the booth?
It was honestly probably seeing everybody else come in with all like their food and other items because it was my first time at VegFest, so I wasn't sure like what to expect or what other people would be bringing. But other than that, I also enjoyed adding stickers to the shirts we were selling.
Yeah, you did seem to be having a good time with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we already answered this question, but I'm going to ask it to you again. What was the first thing that you ate?
Oh, right. It was the sugar cookie from Wheatberry Bake Shop.
Yep, yes, it was. And question number 4. Do you think there was a lot of people there? And how many people do you think there were?
So there were definitely more people than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were definitely a ton of people there.
Yeah.
I think we said that there were like about a little more than 1,000 people or something.
Yeah, I think if I had to guess, maybe, I mean, the thing is that people filter in and out, so, but at any given time, it seemed like there was like 1,500 people there or something, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was pretty crazy.
It was crazy. It was really slammed for most of the day. Question number 5. What things did you buy there?
So, other than a lot of cookies, I bought a really pretty blue bracelet that I'm wearing right now. And I also got you two a crazy cat lady fridge magnet.
Yeah. She got us a crazy cat lady fridge magnet.
Which I thought was extra perfect because they have 4 cats and there were 4 cats on the fridge magnet.
Yeah, it is perfect.
Yes, it seemed perfect. And and then I got a comb from the vegan grocery store.
Yeah, you got one of those
'cause.
wooden combs because you're like, I need a comb.
Yeah.
Was that all? I mean, aside from lots of cookies.
Yeah,
and
that was
chicken
it.
nuggets.
Oh, right.
Oh, candy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did get candy.
Yeah. Secrets out. Your secret's out now.
Oh, yeah. I got chocolate covered pretzels.
Oh, right.
Also from the vegan grocery store. And these like Starburst things. Also from the vegan grocery store.
Thank you, Gabby, at the vegan grocery store for providing all of the candy and snacks.
Yeah.
Question number 6. What other foods did you try? I think we may have touched on these.
Well, there was a girl handing out like free samples of chips with a bunch of different sauces.
Oh.
And I think the one I tried was like some sort of burger sauce.
Okay.
What it was called. I don't know. That might be completely wrong. But and it was actually really good. I'm surprised I even tried it because I usually am not good at trying new
Was it
foods.
spicy or something?
Yeah, it was pretty spicy, which I'm not great with spicy things, but it was really good. Like, yeah,
Cool.
It was really good.
Yeah, I'm glad that you were a little adventurous. Let's see. Oh, question number 7. What could we have done differently to improve our booth, in your opinion?
So, I think your booth looked great, and
Well, I wasn't fishing for compliments, but okay,
well,
thank you.
I probably wouldn't change anything because you had a color theme and your table was organized. And
Okay.
so, 10 out of 10.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, thank you. And part of that is because of your help. So, and I think this is our final question. Question number 8. Would you go to VegFest again?
Yes, I hope to go. I hope to get to go a lot more times.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun being like the cashier person for the booth.
Yeah, she was our cashier. She likes taking people's money, so go figure. Yeah, well, I'm wondering if VegFest next year will also align with theater camp. If it does, then you'll be going to VegFest next year.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, if it doesn't fall at the same week of acting camp, I will still come.
Okay, all right. Sounds like a deal. Okay, does anybody have anything else they want to say about Western New York VegFest?
Just that it was a blast. I can't wait for next year, and I can't wait for us to do our next VegFest.
Yeah, I mean, on our way home, Sam was like, let's do that again. And I'm like, maybe not today or even tomorrow, because I am still feeling and kind of beat.
Yeah.
And I think most of it was because of the heat and humidity. It's just like we
sure that was
sweated all day long. And I'm still feeling dehydrated no matter how much water I drink.
Right. So. Yeah. But no, definitely want to do it again.
Yeah.
So we'll be using our attendance at some upcoming Veg Fests, one in Pittsburgh and one in Central New York, the Syracuse Veg Fest.
Yeah.
To decide where where we'll be
Where to go next.
pitching our tables next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were even talking about possibly doing a couple in Canada.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we had some customers from
across the border.
Yes,
Yes, we
yesterday,
did.
which was really fun to hear.
Yeah. That was absolutely
Yeah.
great. And they informed me of the Burlington, Ontario VegFest,
Right.
which is taking place on August 20th.
August 20th.
And I think we are going to make a day trip up there just to check it out
Yeah,
because it is Burlington's first VegFest.
Yeah, and they're just over the border.
They're
so.
just over the border, so we definitely want to support that.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Go Canada.
Go Canada. That's right.
All right. I don't think I have anything else to say except to reiterate what Sam said. We had a great time. Can't wait to do it again. And thanks again and again and again to everybody that helped put that event on because you did a fantastic
It was
job.
awesome.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
All right.
All
All right.
right.
Well, we're just going to wrap this up. We're already in like 42 minutes.
All right, let's do it.
Lucy, do you have anything else you want to say?
Well, I'd also like to say that I'm very proud of Chris because she has not said the word delicious this whole entire podcast.
Thank you. I've been trying so hard. And, Sharon, if you're listening, thank you. Your list of words is burned into my brain now. And every time I think about saying delicious, I think about your little list and do not say it. So, but I mean, I'm sure I can come back to it eventually. Just not in the way that I did in that one particular episode where I said it maybe 47 times.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
48, 49. I don't know. A lot of times.
I don't know, but it was a lot.
Yeah, and if you want to look for that episode, I think it was episode 43 or 44. I'm not sure. You can make a drinking game out of it every time.
Every time Christine says delicious, take a shot.
Right. Or shenanigans. We also said shenanigans.
There were a lot of shenanigans
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Oh, it must have been the things went wrong in Orlando.
I think it was.
I don't remember what number that was.
Yeah, so
but
look for that. If you're looking, if you're bored and you're looking for something to do with your friends, check that episode out, and you can definitely play a little game with it. Oh, Lucy's looking it up. Let's go to our producer, Lucy, and find out exactly what episode that was.
Okay, so the episode is episode 42.
Yeah, so look for that, episode 42, if you're looking for something to do.
the official Compassion and Cucumbers drinking game.
Right. And, it doesn't have to be alcohol. You can drink iced tea or maybe that really great iced tea from Cup of Culture.
Or, yes.
Yeah.
Or, grab your favorite kombucha.
Yeah. Whatever works for you.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to do some housekeeping. We do still have our fundraiser for Mockingbird Farms Animal Sanctuary on our Buy Me a Coffee site.
Always.
That is at buymeacoffee.com/cucumbers. So
Yes.
slide in there and buy us a coffee. It's $5.
That's right.
We're trying to get to our $300 goal so we can match it and send them a check. And if we don't get to
Absolutely.
it soon, I'm just going to match what's in there and send them a check.
Yes.
Because I feel
And
like
actually-
I'm holding their money hostage at this point.
Right. And actually, I think that we should put a deadline on it.
Yeah, I think
it
am
needs to be by episode 52.
Okay, by episode 52, if we do not reach the 300, we're just going to match it and send that check out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that'll be our anniversary.
Yeah.
Our year-long anniversary.
Yeah. If you haven't subscribed to our website,
Our newsletter through our website.
to our
Yes.
website, the newsletter, go to www.compassionandcucumbers.com. Right there on the main page is a place that says subscribe.
Yes, right on the front page.
Yeah.
And so if you'd like to get our newsletter and to get updates about the podcast and where we'll be heading and all kinds of vegan news and media and all of that good stuff, check it out.
Yeah, do that.
Yes.
You should also subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast, rate and review us if you can on your podcast app. And don't forget to, if you like our podcast, share it with somebody you love.
Yes.
A friend, a family member, someone who's vegan curious, someone who just has some time to kill. Share it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And-
the best thing you can do for content creators, aside from giving them money, is to share
Share their content.
Share their content.
Yeah.
So share our Instagram posts and share our podcast episodes with people you love.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to. I'm not forcing you to or anything.
Well, no. No, we don't believe in that kind of thing.
No. And I think that is everything in the housekeeping. Do you have anything else?
Oh, I do want to mention that the Compassion and Cucumbers online store will be operational soon,
Yeah,
which
very
is
soon.
really cool. We got a lot of questions about that at VegFest, which was very exciting.
Yeah.
So, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be taking photos of all of our merch and getting that all ready to go and opening it for real.
Yeah, and I think I might work on a couple of new T-shirt designs, and I think what we might do is do them on kind of on a ordered basis, or if we see that
On a made-to-order basis.
Yeah, made-to-order basis, or if we see that a certain design is getting some momentum, then we'll order a bunch of them or whatever, so we'll work on that.
For sure.
Yeah. And I definitely want to get that shirt that says what happens at VegFest stays at VegFest.
I think it's a necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you once again for listening. Thank you, Lucy, for joining us this week. It was a thrill to have you.
Yeah, thank you for letting me speak today.
You're welcome. And we will talk to you all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Sam rolls her eyes every time.
I do.
Every time.
It's unavoidable.
We'll talk to you next week, everybody. Have a great week.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye. If you'd like to support the Compassion and Cucumbers podcast, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/cucumbers and buy us a cup of coffee. Thanks so much for listening and for supporting us in what we're doing. We're really having a good time with it.